Heyo, it's SockMonkEMaMa, but you can call me Sock. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're not new around here, thank you so much for joining the MonkE Takeover. Today we're going to be doing some thrift store makeovers, so if you like the video, and consider joining the MonkE Takeover by hitting the subscribe button down below. Now let's get into the video. Heyo, it's voiceover Sock, and this is our first victim. He's a little toad. His little sign is really cute, but I'm sorry. It's gotta go. I liked the concept of the pun, but I don't really like Christmas very much, so I wanted this to be something I could have out all year round, and Meet Me Under the Mistletoe is not necessarily an all year round kind of thing. You know what is an all year round kind of thing though? Threats. Yes, violators will be towed. You can tell because he's a toad. Get it? Because he turned into a toad? Thank you. My creativity knows no bounds. I thought it would be really cute to make it look like a little mushroom, because whenever I think about frogs or toads, the first thing I think about is usually mushrooms. Also, I just really like painting frogs and mushrooms. So that's pretty much the theme of today's video. I used some puffy paint to try and add a little bit of dimension to the sign. I just thought that it made it look a little bit cuter. Also, nobody asked why my hands are green. Why are your hands green, huh? Maybe you should wash your hands, you little stinky doo-doo poo-poo head. Maybe I just like having green hands. Anyways, green hands aside, we are making little ropes for the little toad to hold on to. I initially tried making loops for him to hold on to, but it looked really awkward, so I'm just sewing it on instead. What a distinguished gentleman! I shall name him Franklin. Next, I found this really cool candy jar, I think it is. I thought it was really cute. I liked the shape. I just thought the lid was kind of ugly. You'll never guess what we're going to be turning this into. Type your guesses down below. Guess before the end of the video. Let me know if you got it right. 1000% you can't guess what this is gonna be. Definitely nothing related to toads or frogs. Anyways, we're just prepping the surface and oh, there I go. Making mistakes. Like I do. Don't do this. Use the proper thing, like wood filler or drywall filler. Don't use hot glue, and definitely don't try to use a Dremel on hot glue. Do you know what happens when you use a Dremel on hot glue? It gets hot, and it melts, and it ruins your Dremel bit, so don't do that. Also, look, I made a bunch of cute little dollops of hot glue, because you'll never guess what this is going to be. Give your answer. Wrong answers only. Also, wow, beautiful transition. I'm so good at those. Also, I hope you didn't come to this channel to watch satisfying painting, because I swear I paint everything like I'm a goblin. I'm a little goblin who doesn't know how to paint and just throws it on there. What was the point of even painting it red in the first place if I'm just gonna mess it up? Gooey. Why do I want to eat it? Also, I bet you'll never guess what we're using this foam clay for. I'll give you a hint. They're green and slimy and really cute, and they're me for real for real. I really liked using this foam clay. I got it for cosplay and making armor and stuff out of foam, because I really like to make props and stuff. But using it for this worked too. I pretty much just used it instead of air dry clay because I didn't have any air dry clay and I really wasn't in the mood to put something in the oven. Oh look, you can see me struggling, because apparently I don't know how mirrors work. Oh look, I did it! Wow! Also, don't ask why there's a band-aid on my finger, because if I'm being honest with you, I don't remember. I have no idea what I did to my finger. I filmed this video so long ago, and I'm only just now editing it, and I have no idea what I did to my finger. Probably something stupid. Now I'm just making some little noodle arms for him. I love pasta. What are y'all's favorite pasta? Now I'm just really hungry. I shouldn't have said something about pasta. Pasta. If you're hungry now too, deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I'm a little bit sorry, but like, y'all can make some pasta. Make some pasta. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Also, before anybody asks, yes, that's a screwdriver. Nobody commented about it. We all see it. We all know what it is. I don't have your fancy smancy clay tools. And you know what? It worked. So, if you don't have fancy clay tools but you got a screwdriver, it works. You're welcome. I know. Holy cow, it's magic! There's 2 of them now. Definitely not video editing magic. That just was real magic. Wow. Now we're gonna make some hats. Because what's cooler than a frog? A frog wearing a hat. I saw a video of somebody putting a flower on their pet frog's head as a little hat, and I thought that was the cutest thing ever, so now this frog is gonna have a little flower on his head as a hat. Also, I had to chop a lot of this video out because if you can't see, yeah, you can't see. That's what I had to cut out. I wasn't in frame at all. I filmed pretty much this entire section like that. Love that for me. Oh look! Now we get to see why my hands were green. It is once again because I paint like a little goblin. I don't know how to paint. Wow, seamless transition. I hated this green. So we're just gonna paint right over it. Yeah, progressively my hands are just getting more and more green. Soon I will just be green. I am one with the frogs. I am a frog. I am a little green goblin, if you could say. You could say that. But don't tell Spider-Man, cause this green goblin just paints frogs in her basement. Oh look, my head's in frame. Love that for me. Wow. I also think I need to get a new backdrop for my videos. If y'all have any suggestions, please let me know. Because this white backdrop ain't it. I need something cuter for real. This is the first face that we're gonna do on this frog. I say first face because, yeah, I didn't like it. But it's okay, it's fine. I figured I'd show y'all anyways, so that y'all could see that everybody makes mistakes and that if you don't like it the first time, just do it again. It's not that I didn't like this first face, I think it just didn't match the frog's vibe. You get what I mean? Like, this frog has a vibe. It's a very happy vibe, and this is giving psycho axe murderer, not happy little frog. This frog should be frolicking in a field, not worrying about murdering people on the highway, because that's what this frog looks like. But it's okay, because I got rid of it, because we started over. No more murderous frog, don't worry, you're safe now, it's okay. I made the bad man disappear. Now it's just a cute frog again. Wow, look, wow, so peaceful, serenity, you're safe. Also, I find that if you put the base color first and then go and add the blush on top, it makes the blush blend out a lot better. So if you're wanting to do this, I definitely recommend painting with the color of the skin of whatever you're painting first, and then just going over with your blush color on top. It'll blend out so much easier. I'm really glad I started the face over because honestly, that first one was not it. The second time, the face came out just a lot cuter, a lot more frog-like. We're just gonna give some happy little eyes, as Bob Ross would say. Happy little frogs with happy little eyes, happy little smiles. No mistakes, only happy accidents. Also, I find that my brush was a little too big for some of the small details on this, but I found a way to make it work. If you're painting and your smallest brush is still too big, just do the line that you want to do and then take the base color and then paint a line right next to it to make the line finer. Just because I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch of fancy smancy art brushes, and I don't really expect anybody else to either. It's more about making what you have work, I think. Next up, I felt like the flower looked a little bit too plain, so I went in and added a little bit of a gradient. I feel like it made it look a lot cuter and more like a flower. Next time I think I would probably add more details with some flower veins or maybe some little speckles, because I think that would be really cute. But the design was already kind of small and I was already struggling with the utensils I had, so I decided to keep it simple. Plus, I didn't want to make it too busy since it is such a small detail on the lid. I felt like it would get lost in translation anyways. I'm just gonna go in and clean up around the stem now because apparently I don't know how to paint in the lines and I keep having to touch it up. Next frog, let's go! This frog is gonna be a little bit simpler because this is the boy frog. Not saying that boy frogs can't be cool and extravagant, but this one's just a simple little guy. Just a little lad. He's just hanging out with his little girlfriend. His girlfriend's got a cute little flower on her head. He's just happy to be there. Look at him. Such a happy little guy. Big old smile. Oh, and that's the wrong color. That's okay. I fix it. Don't worry about it. Oh, look, that never happened. Oh, beautiful. Perfect color. Every time. I don't make mistakes. I don't know what you're talking about. Not sure why it's taking me so long to finish this smile. You're doing... Oh! That's when I thought I was gonna paint the eyes black, because I thought the blue looked bad whenever I did it on the girl frog. So I thought I was gonna paint it black, but then as soon as I put some black on there, I was like, that looks horrifying, actually, and I don't want to do that. Oh look, I went with blue again. That's not horrifying at all. That's just definitely not scary. That is literally a jump scare that's horrifying.
Ow! Jump scare.
I warned you. I told you there was a jump scare. You should have listened. Don't worry, it's over now. Those big blue eyes are really scary. But it's okay, because I fix it. It's gonna stay like that for a while, because as soon as I did it, I couldn't figure out why the frog looked horrifying while I was painting it, because sometimes when you're painting for a really long time, you can feel that something is off, but you can't quite see it. Usually, whenever I get like that, I'll take a moment and I'll step back and I'll take a break. And then usually, as soon as I come back to the project, I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, that's what's wrong. I think it's something common, something about art blindness or something fancy schmancy like that. But it happens a lot with proportions and stuff when drawing portraits. So yeah, basically, if you ever think your art looks weird and you can't figure out what's wrong, just take a break. Your eyes need a break. Take a little nap. Go watch YouTube or something for a little bit, have a little snack, and then come back to it, and I guarantee you, you'll come back and you'll see what's wrong, and you'll be like, oh, it was that. How could I not see that? here we go, adding the pupils to the frog, and this looks horrifying. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen, but it's okay, because we're gonna fix it soon. Don't worry, the bad man's only here for a little bit. I think you can make it. It's only a few minutes. This is me looking at the frog, trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with him, and then immediately deciding that he needs eyelids. See, I told you, the bad man is gone now. Now it's just a chill little guy. He's not gonna hurt you. He's just a happy little guy. Just a little lad. So glad I've finally fixed that, because that's been bothering me this whole time. Just doing some minor little touch-ups here and there, trying to make sure everything's good. I initially tried using the end of the brush because I thought it would make it easier, but it wasn't easier, so I ended up flipping back around just to make the little highlights. I'm not sure how I feel about the highlights, but I think they look cute in the end. This is really a trust the process kind of thing. I love that I'm just using the one, like, singular brush hair that's, like, sticking out to paint the small details. Oh look, my hot glue gun. I ended up putting a little too much hot glue to glue them on, and then I had to go in and do a bunch of touch-ups. So, yeah, don't be me. Don't use too much hot glue. In my brain, whenever I am making something, more glue equals stronger hold. That's not true. Now all that's left to do is put a nice glaze on it so it's shiny, and put the handle back on, and it's done. Thank you so much for joining me on these thrift store makeovers. If you liked the video, consider liking the video and joining the MonkE Takeover by hitting the subscribe button down below. Additionally, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/SockMonkEMaMa every single Friday around 6 p.m. Central. So if you like watching my YouTube videos, consider joining me down there. We play games and we have a lot of fun. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing day.
I actually really like this music, I'm sorry. I like it a lot.